all around this area, there is an official swearing ban in place. All around Salford Quays, the council has banned swearing. I'm a ticking fucking time bomb, Tim. This is Media City. The BBC, ITV, the mecca of so-called liberal elite, where you can get fined £1,000 for saying tits too loudly. Tits! That's why Fiona Bruce is always whisked off in a car the minute she's done. That potty-mouthed tart, she wouldn't get 50 yards out the fucking building without costing the Beeb thousands. What? Well, I just looked on the Salford Council website, because that's the sort of boring shit I do, and it's called a public space protection order, and they list ways in which it's violated, right? So 1, jumping off bridges, okay. 2, throwing stuff at other people, otherwise known as assault. 3, stealing safety equipment, well, yeah. 4, throwing animals into the water. 5, swearing, and finally 6, urinating or defecating on the street. So just to clarify, saying the word bollocks is more antisocial than taking a fucking shit in the middle of the street, and swearing in public is apparently on par with drowning animals. Why are people so afraid of language? You know, I'm not talking about just, you know, hurling abuse at people. You know, that's not right. You're not people, Tim. You don't count. What baffles me is this fashion for stifling language and opinion comes from the left. Liberals. Students saying you can't do this, you can't do that. Students are meant to be like Rick from The Young Ones, not Mary fucking Whitehouse. All this youthful energy, concentrating on stopping debates rather than winning them. No wonder being right-wing is the new rock and roll on uni campuses. That's how you rebel these days. You vote Tory. It's fucking mental. Being a student used to be pound a pint down the union. Now, the NUS has raised alcohol prices to curb binge drinking. You've got students calling for statues of dead men to be torn to the ground because they were colonialists. I'm not being funny, but who wasn't? It's not an honour to have a statue in your image or a building in your name 100 years after your death. You're dead. It's no longer an honour, it's a reminder. They're reminders of how we got to where we are. Our history is being erased by students. Some of them history students. It's revisionist, it's fucking Orwellian. All for fear of causing offence. Literature. If you're offended by To Kill a Mockingbird because it uses language of its time that is no longer acceptable, if you can't make that distinction, then you're a fucking idiot. And you have no appreciation of context, and you have no place doing a fucking literature degree. And yet certain unis, they're putting trigger warnings on these novels because they may cause offence. How many times do you hear that? This was edited, censored, banned because it may cause offence. I'm sorry, but no one has a right not to be offended because offence, it's entirely subjective. It's bollocks. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's utter, absolute, arse-wanky cheese